Welcome back to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Jane Vellante. I am a transformational coach and messaging specialist, and I'm so glad you're here. I am live every single Monday at 10 a.m. In my free group on Facebook, the Limitless Creators Hub. Or you might be listening to the replay on Apple, Spotify, or watching on YouTube. Either way, I'm so glad you're here. So every single Monday, I go live with a conversation designed to shift your mindset and to move you closer to building a business that actually feels like you. So today's topic is one that I believe is at the core of every single successful creative business, and that is how to build a brand that reflects your authentic self. And this matters because so many creative entrepreneurs get caught up in trying to present themselves in a way that looks professional. And in doing that, they actually lose the very thing that makes them magnetic, and that is their authenticity. Your authenticity is what makes you magnetic. So if you've ever felt like your brand doesn't really capture who you are, or if you've been trying to copy what you see other people doing and it just isn't working, or if you don't even know what a brand is, this episode is for you. So let's get started. Welcome to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast, the show where creativity meets strategy and mindset meets success. I'm Jane Vellante, artist, coach, and creative entrepreneur, here to help you break free from self-doubt, clear limiting beliefs, and build a business that aligns with who you truly are. Each week, we dive into the mindset shifts, visibility strategies, and creative breakthroughs that help you turn your passion into a thriving business without burnout, overthinking, or perfectionism holding you back. If you're ready to step into your power, create with confidence, and grow a business you love, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. I'm actually going to open, because I don't ever get comments on my computer, so let's open this in the hub on my phone so I can see who is here. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Okay, so let's talk about what branding really is, because when most people hear the word branding, they immediately think about a logo, my logo, colors, fonts, things like that. And those things matter. They do matter, but they are surface level. They're not the brand itself. And we kind of get mucked up here. So your brand is the story people tell themselves about you. And you can control that, right? Your brand is the way your customers experience you and your business. And because we're solo female entrepreneurs, this is the actual feeling they walk away with after engaging with your content, your products, or your presence, right? And this stems from you. So here is the key. Good morning, Michelle. Here's the key. You already have a brand. And whether you've been intentional about this or not, people already have an impression of who you are and what you stand for. So the question is, are you shaping that impression consciously, or are you letting it happen by default? And default, a lot of times, is being stuck in that hustle culture. You know what I mean? Or like we start to copy trends. Well, this is working for them, so I should probably do this on my social media, in my content, in my videos, whatever it is that you're doing. When you try to sound like people you admire, when you copy trends, when you piece together a brand from different templates, or maybe you're just, buying a logo on Etsy or something, this doesn't bring in your truth, the truth of who you really and truly are. And then you end up with something that might look good on the outside and you think it's cute, but it doesn't have that magnetic presence. It doesn't have the very things that your perfect person goes, oh my gosh, I love this. I love her. I need to follow her. I need to dive in deeper. I need to take her courses, buy her stuff, etc., etc. So how do you actually make sure that your brand reflects you? If you've been following me for a while, you know that I start with identity. Identity first. And if you've taken Ignite, I know a lot of people that are here that listen to the podcast, that are here live with me, have taken Ignite. You know that identity is the foundation of who you are. And your brand has to flow from who you are, not who you think you need to be. Does this make sense? We follow everybody else, and we tend to follow this advice that it's like it's blanket advice for the internet. And we often wonder why we are resistant or hesitant to post or to show our true selves. And it's because we don't feel like we fit in under that blanket, under those blanket statements of this is what you have to do. This is how you have to post your content. You got to go live. You got to make reels. You got to do all this stuff, right? And it starts to feel hollow. It doesn't feel like you. You are stuck in the cycle of nothing. Over and over and over and over and over. So if you are not rooted in your actual identity, you're always going to feel like you're wearing a mask in your business. And it does feel hard to show up as your true authentic self if you're always wearing these different masks. All the things, right, Michelle? So you start to struggle with being consistent because you switch in between all of these different personas. And I get it. Like I used to do this too. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it starts to just feel, like I just said, it starts to feel hollow because I'm not showing up as myself. I'm showing up as all these different personas and all these different things. And then we live with that anxiety inside of ourselves all the time that we aren't good enough because we're not even showing up as our true self. So identity-based branding asks deeper questions. Hey, Royce, who am I when I'm not performing for approval? That external approval. Right? We're always waiting for somebody else to tell us that we're good enough. And if we started telling ourselves that we're good enough now, everything would change. So we're asking deeper questions. Who am I when I'm not performing for approval? What values are non-negotiable for me? Like that is so important to understand. Here's another one. What do I want people to know me for? And what is the energetic frequency that I want to carry in everything I create? What is the energetic frequency I want to carry into everything I create? Like, and you can think about that as the what feels good. The what feels good, right? Because that raises your frequency, right? And what you give, you get. Law of attraction. You put it out, you get it back. So what do you want to carry into everything you create? Something that makes you feel like awful all the time? Because your brand reflects your customer, right? And is your customer going to magnetize to you? If your frequency is down here, you're always second guessing and judging yourself, your people will feel that. Does that make sense? And when you get honest about that, when you strip away all the noise, you actually begin to see the foundation of a brand that no one else can duplicate. This is how you start to stand out because no one else has your identity, your vibe, right? Your tribe attracts to your vibe. So let's talk about how authenticity actually looks like in action. And authenticity in branding means the outside matches the inside. And like I said, because we're solo female entrepreneurs, we have to match what's on the inside, what's on the actual inside, the core truth of who we really are, so that our people understand why we can help them with their pain points, their problems, whatever it is that we're selling. We're all here selling something, whether it's an online course, whether it's art, painted furniture, upcycling, hypnosis, Reiki, whatever it is. Subscription boxes, whatever it is, right? Products, doesn't matter. So the outside matches the inside. It means your visuals, your words, your tone, and your offers all reflect the same truth. And there's no disconnect between who you are in your personal life and who you are in your business. It's all one. And that's what makes it feel good. You stop feeling all of that anxiety in your body. So like if you're super playful in real life, but your brand voice is stiff, it's overly professional, people are going to sense that gap. If you value depth and transformation, but your content is super surface level all the time, it's trendy all the time, people will feel that disconnect. Your brand becomes magnetic when those things actually line up, right? When people can feel that what you're presenting on the outside is exactly who you are on the inside, you start to magnetically attract your perfect person. And we're all so afraid to show our authentic selves because guess what? We feel like we don't belong in a society that is full of hustle. It's full of telling you you're never good enough. It's full of making you compare yourself to other people all the time. And when you actually just allow yourself to let all that crap go, to stop comparing, to stop reaching externally for people to tell you you're good enough, you stop to feel the anxiety. You start not caring. You start understanding that you showing up as your true self in your branding, in your business, everything is a domino effect. It allows other people to understand that they can show up as their true selves too. So when your brand reflects your authentic self, consistency stops being hard. You don't need to manufacture energy and you don't need to force yourself to show up. I mean, how many times have you said to yourself like, ugh, I don't feel like doing that. And it's a force. You got to do it anyways. Because if you don't post today, you might get kicked out of the algorithm, right? So you don't have to manufacture that anymore. You can just be you. If you miss a post one day, it's not the end of the world, right? And people resonate with that more deeply than any kind of polished strategy you could ever create. Okay, Kim, glad you're here. Thank you, thank you. Thinking about you today, hoping everything, trusting everything will go well. So how are we going to build that authentic brand? How do we begin to build that? Again, it starts with identity. It begins by clarifying what you want to be known for. And it's not just the work that you do, it's actually the essence that you are carrying. So you can ask yourself a few questions. And I love this one so much. It's when someone walks away from an interaction with me, whether it's a live video, a piece of art, an online course, a product I've created, what do I want them to feel? When someone walks away from an interaction with me, what do I want them to feel? How about this one? I love this one too so much. It's so important to understand this. What do I want them to believe about themselves after engaging with me? And did you hear that? Believe about themselves after engaging with me. It's not, what do I want them to believe about me after engaging with me? This is how you begin to magnetize your perfect person, because they begin to understand the transformation that's possible for them, their home, their walls, their whatever it is, the way they create, the way they allow themselves to create, whatever it is. What do I want them to believe about themselves after engaging with me? It's so important. Lynn, how are you? So glad you're here. Because that clarity, those two things, when someone walks away from an interaction with me, what do I want them to feel? And then what do I want them to believe about themselves after engaging with me? That clarity guides everything else. It begins to shape your message. It guides everything that you do. And then it helps you influence the offers you create. And I know that you're not sitting there, some people are, but you don't call what you create an offer, right? An offer or an offering. That's marketing talk, right? Your offers. But anything that you're selling is an offer. So from there, once you begin to get that clarity, you can look honestly at where you might be hiding, where you aren't actually showing up as your true self. You're not speaking your truth. You're spinning plates in a business that you don't even know is like satisfying for you anymore. Or if it is, maybe you're just stuck in that frustration from that cycle of nothing. The cycle of repeating. It's, Einstein said, like, totally losing my train of thought now. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and over and expecting it to change. That's what we do. We get stuck in that hustle. And we still think, well, now I'm going to try this and I'm going to see she's doing this. Let's do this and see if anything changes. And nothing ever changes. And that's because you're not operating from identity. Your identity, a clear identity, helps you understand your branding, which is a clear idea of who your customer is. So where might you be hiding? Are you holding back your true voice because you're afraid of being judged? And that afraid of being judged, I talked about it a little bit ago. It is that always relying on external resources to tell us we're good enough. And if we're afraid we're being judged, guess what that is telling us? It's telling us we're not good enough. People don't like us enough. They're judging us. So, we're always afraid that somebody else is going to think we're not good enough. But internally, do we feel inside that we're good enough? That's the shift. It's the internal worthiness. Are you defaulting to what feels safe because you don't want to risk standing out? And that's the teeter-totter. I want to be seen, but I don't really want to be seen. I want to be seen, but I don't really want to be seen. Why is no one seeing me? I'm actually just hiding, right? I've been there, done that a lot. But that is the thing. I want to be seen, but I don't want to be seen. So I'm just going to post something safe. I'm just going to post something random for engagement that has nothing to do with my brand or what I'm selling whatsoever, just so I can get comments on my Instagram or Facebook posts. Not smart. Not smart. Are you chasing the likes and the comments, or do you actually want to sell stuff? Those are the places where your brand is actually leaking energy, and those are the places that you just want to choose to look at and begin to shift. Is this resonating with you? If you are here live with me, is this resonating with you? Because when you bring those hidden parts of yourself into the light, when you allow yourself to be seen in your full identity, your full self, your brand automatically becomes authentic because it is no longer filtered through fear. And I'm not telling you that you're not going to be afraid to do it. It just feels better inside your body. And that's your nervous system. When your subconscious mind feels safe, it doesn't send those fight, flight, or freeze signals to your body where you're living in that anxiety all the time. And that authenticity of who you really are, that begins to come out. So branding, it's not just a marketing exercise. It's actually a transformational process. And those of you who have gone through Ignite or who are in Ignite with me right now, you're starting to get this, right? When you decide to build a brand that reflects your authentic self, you're also deciding to heal the parts of you that have been hiding. And you decide to step into a visibility in a way that feels raw and real. And it sometimes feels uncomfortable, but it's still the truth of you. It's still the truth of who you are. Lynn says, yep. And Lynn is with me in Ignite right now. And man, she's got like, oh, her brand story is so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But one thing that you should know is that on the other side of that discomfort, that rawness, that, that like it's so real and I'm kind of afraid to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's a brand that doesn't just attract attention, it creates connection. And connection is so powerful and it's so important. This creates a brand that just doesn't look good. It's not just surface logo, surface colors, whatever. It actually feels true. And that is the kind of brand that not only sustains you, but it also sustains the people that you're here to serve. Royce says, Ignite really helped me with my messaging. It's still evolving, but I'm having so much more of an impact. And I'm grateful that you said that, Royce, because I actually am seeing that in your social media. Like I'm seeing it and people are like, they're gravitating towards it. Why? Because, you have a message of wanting people to understand that they can create no matter who they are, no matter where they are, no matter their skill level. And it's like an allowing of that. And people are resonating like, I can do this, You're speaking the truth, and it's so good. It's so powerful. So the reminder for you for this week is that your brand is not your logo. It's not your color palette. It's not your Instagram, Facebook feed, TikTok feed, wherever you're at, right? They're just part of it. But when I ask you if you have your branding in place and you go, I have a logo, that's not what I mean, right? The thing to understand is that your brand is the imprint you leave on people. It's the energetic signature of your identity that is expressed outwardly. And if you want to build a brand that reflects your authentic self, you can really start by reconnecting with who you are, what you value, and what you want to be known for. And bringing that truth into your message, your visuals, your offers, your content on social media, your emails, all of that, it allows you to bring a consistency into your brand that comes from alignment, not performance, right? Because that performance, you're performing. Think of what that means when you're performing. You're putting on a show. Do you want to put on a show, or do you want to actually create authentic connection? And that's how you create a brand that feels sustainable, it feels magnetic, and it feels real. So thank you so much for joining me here today. Last week, I asked if anybody was interested in me creating a manifestation course for you. So I said, you know what, that would be easy for me. That's something that I can do. And so I actually have created a wait list, and that course is going to be coming out soon. So I'm putting the wait list here. I'm going to have a 6-week manifestation course, and I'm really super excited about it. It has helped me incredibly. And Lynn said, yes. Cool. Okay, I just put that waitlist link in. Here it won't let me pin it. I wonder if it will here. Pin comment. I'm going to pin that comment to the top. So start getting on the wait list. I'm going to get that course out. I'm going to say this week. Look at it. I just put myself under the what is it? I put myself in the fire. That's what I'm going to say. I put myself in the fire to get this manifestation course done. It's going to be a 6-week course. We're going to do it together. It's not going to be just watch it on your own. We're going to do it together so that we can really, really begin implementing these practices together. And it really is just a full transformation of the way that you think. It's not like, wishing and wishing for something to come and forcing it. It's a transformation of thought form and ways of being that I'm super, super excited to share with you. So get on that wait list. I'm going to send an email out. I sent an email out already this morning, so that email isn't going to send. I sent an email out about this Motivation Monday, so I'm not going to send it again today. But I will send the wait list email tomorrow. If you're not on my email list, you'll have to use this link to get on the wait list, and I'm so, so excited about that. It's just going to be a 6-week course. It's not going to be, a 6-month course like Ignite, just 6 weeks. We're going to get through it together, and it will change the way that you think and behave in your life and in your business. So again, get on the wait list for that. And thank you so much for being here. Whether you were here live with me or you listened on Apple or Spotify or watch the replay on YouTube, I'm so grateful for you. And I will see you live here next week, Monday.